And we're live. Hello, everyone, and thanks for looking. We have a new episode of Hashtag Playing Together.
Hello, we are Johan and Desi from the Southern North, and tonight we have with us Willem. Hi, Willem.
Hi, Daisy. Hi, Johan. Thanks so
Hi.
much for having me.
Could you introduce yourself?
Of course. So, as Daisy said, my name is Willem. I am an improviser based in Amsterdam at the moment, where I'm currently training with Boom Chicago, having already done a lot of trainings with Easy Laughs, and occasionally I'm performing with my group File Not Found.
Okay, many thanks. So you're not so far away from Brussels, a couple of hours by car. Yeah,
True.
good. So what's the format? It's like we always do. We will be inspired with a suggestion, Willem, which you will trigger by giving us a number. We have at least 50 minutes of scenes. We going to try to bring a little story, and then don't run away, everyone. We have a Q&A session with Willem to talk about improv.
Geography.
About
About geography.
about geography, if you want.
How long it exactly takes to go from Brussels to Amsterdam and back?
Yes.
That's a question that everyone wants to know now.
Do you know a lot about geography, Willem?
We're going to find out, apparently.
Okay, good. Looking forward to that. Good. Can you give me, for my list on the phone, a number between 1 and 180?
Right. Can I have 42, please?
42. Darkness. That
Okay.
could be all sorts of things. So, the Southern Knot with Willem presenting to you darkness. Let's start. Chip, chip. Chip.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Ooh, ooh. 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 Ooh.
I think you were right. I think this forest is truly haunted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but our house is here now, so we have to live here.
We had to move, but this neighborhood, I mean, the creatures that you run into at night, they're. I think I saw a centaur like 2 days ago, but it's not the same.
And I saw a spider, and it was that big. And I'm pretty sure it said something to me.
What? Did you hear what it said?
It was. I don't speak the language.
Yeah, they always say that to me as well.
Well, I guess we should just try.
Find our way home.
Yeah.
It would have been better if we hadn't bought the house in the middle of the haunted forest.
Okay. Let me see with the compass. Now it's getting crazy. It's showing all the direction. I think it's that way.
You think?
I'm pretty sure I think it's that way.
Okay, I believe you. Just don't leave me. You know, I'm hopeless without you.
Yes, I know.
You always took care of me.
So, shall we go this way? Let's go.
Yes.
Follow me.
don't like these foreigners in my precious forests. Thousands of years I lived here on my own, without any intruders. I like loneliness. My name is Aruna. You can call me the big spider.
Okay, so yeah, I think we are
Lost.
yes. Ah, okay. Maybe we can ask someone, huh?
It's the haunted forest. Who do you expect to find here?
I
You
don't
need to trust
know.
them.
People who work with ghosts.
You can talk to people who work with ghosts.
Or the ghosts themselves.
Have you called me? I'm one of the people who talk with ghosts.
As a matter of fact, yes, sir, we did call you. My sister and I, we're lost. And we have this house in the middle of the forest. Could you just point us in the right direction, please?
There is only one house in the middle of this forest.
I know the house in the middle of the forest. It's very close to the house of the spider.
Ah, okay, I see. That's why we have so many spiders.
That's the way to go. If you need me, just call me.
See, I told you. That's great.
You trust that guy? I think he pointed us towards the house of the spider.
Yeah, because it's close to ours.
Oh, what could go wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing can go wrong.
See? Nothing.
And our mother always told us that we could trust strangers. So, yes.
Always trust strangers.
See?
Especially those who eavesdrop on you. They're the best.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We are going that direction. That direction. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yes. Fast.
I built a little web. It will be enough to capture them.
Okay, that's not our house. That's another house. I didn't even know there was a house here.
I told you this must be where the spider lives.
But when he said spider house, I was imagining like a spider web, not a real house.
Well,
let's go inside and ask someone.
You want to go inside? Ask the spider.
That's not a real spider house. Spiders they live in webs. Don't worry.
You're right. You're so smart.
Knock, knock, knock. Knock, 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 knock. Excuse me. Can we get in? We are lost. I cannot hear you.
Come in.
I cannot hear you.
I see something moving.
Yeah? Oh, hello, sir. You have spiders instead of hands.
Come in. Can you hear me? Come in.
Sure. Thank
Stand
you, Mr.
still. And then the spider came, and out of the hands came a sort of liquid, and the two people were completely entangled in it. They couldn't move. They couldn't move, and it was sticky, and it was painful, and they were frozen. I would like a little bite of one of them now. Let me see that they can talk.
We live next door. We are neighbors.
I
We're
never had
innocent.
neighbors. Why? Are you worthy to live here in the forest?
Yes,
Give me
of
an
course.
example why you are worthy.
We've never hurt anyone.
When people come in the forest, they cut trees. They kill the animals.
We don't cut trees. We have air conditioning.
They poison the soil with canisters full of chemicals. Prove
We
me.
don't do. We don't do that. We only order from. We only order food from websites.
And we have people delivering them who are very eco-friendly.
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 And when I find a spider at home, I always speak to them.
You do. You speak to
Yeah.
We let them
spiders?
live in our house.
Do you know how important it is for me that what you said, that you speak to spiders, that you let them in your house? Because I'm lonely. I like loneliness, but I'm lonely. Also, I like it, but you understand. I would be nice to have a dog every day with nice people.
Yeah, you can drop by wherever you want.
But we can't talk to you if you eat us.
No.
So
Can I live in your house?
It's a very small house.
I just need a bed, a comfy bed.
you can visit from time to time.
Yeah, we have only 2 beds. But you can visit us every day for tea or coffee.
And flies?
And flies, yes.
Maybe you can make a web outside of our house.
Oh, yes. I like that idea. And then the spider came and torn away the sticky stuff, and the two people were able to move and to talk again. The spider ran out of the door into the forest, talking to his and finding flies.
Well,
That's what happens when you trust strangers.
yeah, but he's our neighbor. And you know what mother said? We have to be nice with neighbors. Especially you with your bow.
I know I should be nicer to them, but this one is wanted to eat us. Why do you always see the best in, well, spiders and people?
Yeah, but you're exactly the opposite. I mean, what if the spider finds out that you smashed another spider with your bow?
I did.
Yeah.
But what if he doesn't find out, gets bored with us, and eats us anyway?
Okay, that's smart. That's smart. Kinda. I guess we can pretend we are very boring people, and he will get bored, and he will leave us alone.
He survived for, well, we didn't ask, but probably for many years living by himself. We can't be that boring. Well, maybe you can, but you know.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's.
He didn't point us to where our actual house is, did he?
Sorry?
He didn't point us towards where we actually live, did he?
No, he went to find some flies.
All right. Maybe it's just best if you go that way, I go that way. We meet back here, and then we.
And if you find the house before me, you can just yell, and I can find you.
Yes.
That's very
Sounds
smart.
like an idea.
Great. Let's go. Go that
Go.
way.
5 years later, in the house of the spider. I'm so happy that we are still together. Yeah, these people. You both are so boring, just like me. So boring. I've brought more flies for you. You look a
Thank
bit
you.
pale, Fred. And these are for you, Sylvia. Eat a lot of flies, it will do you good.
Well, you promised you will help us go home.
5 years ago.
Years ago I promised. But there is something you have to know.
That's what you said 2 years ago.
Never trust spiders!
You tricked us. You
Yeah,
tricked us because you are a lonely old Spider-Man.
you got me.
You're the worst Spider-Man in the world.
Does this mean that you're now sick and tired of us and that you will let us go?
No, oh, I really like you both. You're so utterly boring. Oh, we will have such a nice future together. Do you know
You
that
know,
little house you bought inside the forest burned down?
you
There's
know
no
what?
other place to go to.
You know what? I once smashed, I once killed a spider with a bowl, and I feel very tempted to do that again.
That's true. That's true. So that makes him stronger than you, Spider-Man.
Mm,
Do you want a duel?
yes, a
Let's.
jewel for our freedom.
Yes, if you win, you can go. And if I win, I will eat both of you.
Okay.
In position.
You are surprisingly enthusiastic about that, sister. I, oh no, I can't see.
Okay. Hey, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Look at here. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my finger. Look at my. See? You don't need a bow to smash a spider. Let's get out of here.
Yes.
Oh,
And then scene.
craziness.
Yeah, so the moral of the
Yes.
story is don't trust spiders and you don't need a bow to kill one.
Very educational.
Good. Well, let's start with a little chat, Willem, about your improv.
Yeah, we know you do a lot of improv, Willem. But how did everything start?
That's a good question. So I think the very first time that I did improv was when I was living in Poland, in Krakow, and there were these jams in some cafe. And well, seeing as the English-speaking community in Krakow wasn't that big, I decided to join, see what it was about. Jumped on stage a couple of times. I think they were hosted by Alun Bakos. I found it out like a week ago, and I enjoyed it a lot. But then I moved away from Poland, moved to Prague, didn't do any improv there for various reasons. But then I moved to Amsterdam, and I was like, I don't know anyone here.
Yeah,
I enjoyed improv. It seems like a nice way to get to know people, and I signed up, and yeah, here I am.
great. So, what do you like so much about improv?
Um, ooh, it's a question which you probably ask a lot of people. I have no good answer to that. First of all, you make the assumption that I like improv. I think that I'm not the first one to compare it to an addiction.
Yes.
It definitely has positive sides when things are going well for you on stage or even in a rehearsal. When you're playing at the top of your intelligence and you're genuinely funny and the audience reacts, then it gives such a boost. At the same time, of course, for every successful scene, there's so much learning, so many learning moments, and they're, something to get through. But in the end, it works out. Plus, of course, as mentioned, social aspect of
Yeah.
improv.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's
indeed.
like they say, you have to embrace your failures. If you don't try, you will never fail. So just try. And if you fail, fine. Yeah, you learn from it and you do it again, and you will get better. And so it's never a problem to fail or have, let's say, less successful scenes. Yeah.
True, but you need to sometimes remind yourself of that when you're, crying in the toilet after a terrible show. Like, this is a learning moment. This is a learning moment. This is a learning moment.
Oh, I cried in the toilet. It should be
It
fun.
has happened to me, but yeah, I've moved on. No
I,
more crying.
I relate to that. This is knows that very well. I mean, I have this little voice in my head, and after every scene, the little voice start talking, and it's saying, "Oh no, no, you should have said that, or you should have done that, or oh God, you're so bad," and the little
Maybe you
voice.
have a spider in your head.
Yeah, it's fine.
William, have you ever tried theater, scripted theater?
I haven't done proper theater, but I have done, let's say, scripted comedy, sketches, or just stand up, which, let's say, is fully scripted when I'm doing it anyway. I would at some point like to do theater as well, but I haven't found time yet. But uh, it seems to be a lot of fun, and I've heard from various people who moved from improv to theater that they enjoy it a lot. So,
Are there
Or
any?
you can do both.
Yeah.
sorry,
You can do both.
not with my calendar.
Um, are
I
there
would
any?
love to try, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. The calendar, yeah, that's a problem. Are there any schools or teachers you admire, or which where you say, well, when done that, that meant something really important in your improv career? Are there any points?
So, um, well, that's a tricky question because you always forget to name someone, and then you're afterwards like, oh shit, I should have mentioned that person as well.
True.
I know that I was, I suppose, quite lucky that when I entered at East Labs, where I did my first classes, I had a very good trainer in Huip van Graag, who combined both fun with actual skill or skill building, because it's quite easy to make, I think, to make people who start have a lot of fun, but not necessarily in a way that will prepare them to expand their skills later on. And I was fortunate enough that my first teacher did do that. Um, Along the way, I've had so many wonderful teachers. Currently at Boom Chicago, I'm learning a lot from Diddy Camery. Also, what I really appreciate about the online scene right now is that you can just drop into workshops with people everywhere. I know that you had Lori Inbal as a guest in a previous episode. I did a workshop with her online, which was amazing. So I think that it could pretty much fill the rest of this entire session naming all sorts of great teachers had. So let's cap it at those three.
Do you also teach, and what and when?
So teaching, not really at the moment. Within my own group as in Final Found, I'm usually the one who's leading sessions. And of course, I have something prepared and try to teach the rest of the group something. When it comes to my other activities that I organize, I see myself more as a facilitator. I help other people play, and of course, I sometimes give them feedback, but that's really basic things about building platform and yes ending each other rather than giving structured workshops about how to improve someone's skills, because I don't feel like I'm ready for that yet. In the future, I'd love to try that, but not at this time.
Can you say about the things you facilitate? What are those exactly?
So, approximately a year ago, I noticed that within the East Loves community, there were not enough opportunities for people to really play. I mean, you had courses and occasionally you then did a graduation show,
Yeah.
but those were your options. So I started organizing jams where people could drop in on a Sunday afternoon, and we would just do short form games for 2 hours or so. And then after that, Corona started. I took them online onto Zoom, and I was doing that as well. It's where I met Daisy. And yeah, they were quite popular also just to keep the social aspect. And now I'm at the moment doing both, so both online and offline. And it's really just, this is the game, making sure that people get it,
Yeah.
get the get, and then they can have fun.
So if someone looks now and thinks, "Oh, I like to do or participate in a jam," they can still do that?
Yes. So this second lockdown is weird. I mean, during the first lockdown, there was a huge demand because in the Netherlands, it was really nothing for months on end.
Yeah.
Now with the second lockdown, you notice, okay, so some things offline are still allowed, so people are joining that, and that gives them less of a reason to go online. They take it as like, oh, there's a lockdown now. I'll take a 2-week break.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm organizing one, people are welcome to join. Just contact me via Facebook. The more, the merrier.
Okay.
So are you saying that you're still allowed to do things offline in the Netherlands?
We are again allowed to do things offline. Yeah, crazy. And well, it's just a weird thing because then amateur performers, you are allowed to get close to each other on stage, within 1.5 meters distance. But if you would meet that same person in the audience, you're not allowed to. And people are also in general just scared or hesitant, and for good reason. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So there's also less of a demand for the offline thing, but it still is permitted officially.
Okay.
So come to the Netherlands, find out how long it takes to get from Brussels to Amsterdam.
Yes, to do some offline improv. Yeah. So if people would like to contact you or they want to know more about your jams or the schools you attend, where they can find you?
So I suppose that people watching this can most easily reach me via Facebook. Just send me a message here, and then I'll just get in touch. And we usually coordinate these things via a WhatsApp group. However, I can imagine that people who want to try it for the first time don't want to immediately jump to some weird WhatsApp group with people that they don't know. So then I can always arrange something.
Okay, good. So thank you so much for being with us this evening. So
thanks again for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Good.
I think that you have a lot of sessions in this month, right?
Well, we have 11.
Even more in January.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, January really exploded. I think we have 16 people already.
That's great. We are super happy.
Yeah, yes.
And if there is someone who wants to play with us, you can send us a message.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It will be more towards early February then that we can plan for something, unfortunately. But yeah, just send us a message and everyone can come and we have a new hashtag playing together tomorrow. Yeah. So Willem, many thanks for this great scene. And
thanks to both of you.
Okay, just stay here. Yeah, and for everyone watching, bye-bye.
Bye.